Welcome to Lovely Antique Ladies. Here, I share old-time recipes, cooking tips, advice, and beautiful poetry from ladies from the early 1900s. Whether you love cooking or enjoy classic wisdom, join me for a charming journey back in time. Subscribe now and let's explore the past together. This video contains the basic lesson on preparing vegetables and 10 recipes at the end to offer variety. The accompanying instructions on the science of cooking vegetables, with a collection of tested recipes, are presented by Mrs. Belle De Graf, whose lessons were in demand among housewives around the 1920s. Her courses enabled hundreds of women, along with many Naval Reserve sailors, to qualify as expert cooks, and large classes of railway dining car chefs have availed themselves of her lectures and demonstrations. Mrs. De Graf conducted this regularly for the Chronicle, through the courtesy of the Sperry Flour Company between 1919 and 1923. In cooking fresh vegetables, the housewife will find ample scope for variety and have an opportunity to exercise her skill in cookery. Too often this branch of the kitchen art is neglected because it seems so simple to boil vegetables. There are few things more unappetizing than a dish of soggy potatoes, cabbage boiled until strong and tough, or undercooked string beans or peas. This is really unnecessary, for it is very simple to prepare vegetables if one understands the rules governing this branch of cookery. With the exception of beans, peas, and lentils, not many vegetables possess a high food value. They, like fruits, are very necessary in the diet all the year round, on account of the salts they contain. Different vegetables contain different minerals, all of which are required by the system, and each vegetable in season should be given a place in the menu. The vegetables valued chiefly for the salts they contain are the ones lacking starch, and are usually eaten raw, and to this class belong the salad plants. There are only a few rules to remember in this branch of cookery. All vegetables should be cooked in rapidly boiling water. Green vegetables growing above the ground should be salted as soon as they are placed in boiling water and cooked in an uncovered saucepan. This is done to retain the flavor, minerals, and color. Root vegetables, or those growing below the ground, are cooked in unsalted boiling water. Salt is added when cooking is completed. Salt tends to draw out the juices and toughen the fiber of the root vegetables. Baked vegetables should be cooked in a hot oven. The most common method of preparation is by boiling, regardless of how the vegetables are to be served, whether with the various sauces or scalloped or au gratin dishes. Most root vegetables are of a starchy formation which is insoluble except in boiling water, and if cooked in water under the boiling point or placed in cold water and allowed to reach the boiling point gradually, the starchy frame of the vegetable will become water-soaked, and the result will be that they will be soggy and indigestible. Boiling water bursts the starch cells, and when cooked, the vegetables will be dry and mealy. If steaming is preferred, have the water under the steamer boiling rapidly before vegetables are added, and do not allow the water to go below the boiling point during the process. Vegetables can be divided into two classes: the sweet varieties such as green peas, celery, string beans, asparagus, and tomatoes. Cabbage, sprouts, cauliflower, turnips, and onions belong to the strong variety. The sweet type of vegetable is cooked in a small amount of boiling water, while the strong vegetables are cooked in a quantity of boiling water. Never cover the saucepan during the cooking or gases will form which produce a strong, unpleasant odor. 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda should be added to each quart of water in which the strong variety of vegetables are cooked. After studying the cream sauces, it becomes a simple matter to give variety to the humblest of all vegetables. Cabbage, properly cooked, served with a white sauce, or turnips, diced with a bechamel sauce, will prove a wholesome, appetizing dish which you would not hesitate to serve at any time. Recipes: boiled asparagus. Wash and scrape the asparagus and cut off the tough ends. Cook both the asparagus and the ends in rapidly boiling salted water. Drain, saving the water and tough ends for cream soup. Place the asparagus on slices of toast and serve with a drawn butter or hollandaise sauce. Stuffed vegetables. Onions, green peppers, tomatoes, and eggplant are cooked in this manner. Scald the vegetables a few minutes, then place in cold water and remove the peel of the tomatoes or onions, and rub off the skins of green peppers and eggplants with a cloth. The centers are removed and the cavities filled with a stuffing made of seasoned breadcrumbs mixed with a little melted butter, or the portion removed may be chopped fine and added to the crumbs. Place a small piece of butter on top of each and bake in a hot oven. Serve plain or with a sauce. Boiled cabbage. Allow cabbage to soak in cold water for at least half an hour before cooking. Place in rapidly boiling water to which salt and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda have been added. Boil in an uncovered saucepan about 25 minutes. The cabbage should be white and thoroughly cooked at that time. Longer cooking will cause it to be tough and indigestible. Drain and serve plain or with white, hollandaise, or drawn butter sauce. Scalloped vegetables. This is also an excellent way to use leftover vegetables. Cut vegetables in slices or cubes. Butter a baking dish, arrange a layer of vegetables, season, then add a layer of soft crumbs, dotted over with a little butter. Repeat until the dish is filled, having a layer of crumbs on top. Bake in a moderate oven until nicely browned. Creamed carrots. Cut carrots, after scraping, into slices. Let boil in boiling water until tender. Drain, and for 1 pint of carrots melt 2 tablespoons of butter. In it cook 2 tablespoons of flour, half a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 a teaspoon each of paprika and sugar. Add 1 cup of milk and stir until boiling. Then add the carrots. Boiled potatoes for mashing. Wash potatoes with a small brush and peel as thin as possible for much of the mineral salts lying next to the skin. Place in rapidly boiling water and cook until they may be pierced with a fork. Drain and shake them in the saucepan for a few moments to make them mealy. Mash well, being sure there are no lumps, and add butter and salt in proportion to the number of potatoes. Beat well, adding gradually enough scalded milk to make them creamy, and continue to beat until white and light. A potato ricer can be used instead of mashing them, then seasonings and milk can be added and the potatoes beaten until light. Vegetables au gratin. Leftover vegetables are usually used, and almost any variety may be prepared in this manner. Cut vegetables into cubes or slices. Make a white sauce, butter a baking dish and arrange a layer of vegetables in it. Season, then add a layer of white sauce. Repeat until the dish is filled. Cover the top with a layer of soft crumbs moistened with melted butter. Bake in a moderate oven. Cheese may be added to the white sauce. Corn fritters. 1/2 can corn, 1/2 cup flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon paprika, 1 egg. Chop corn and add dry ingredients mixed and sifted. Then add yolk of egg beaten until thick, and fold in white of egg beaten stiff. Cook on a well-greased hot griddle. Celery in white sauce. Wash, scrape, and cut celery stalks in 1-inch pieces. Cook 20 minutes or until soft in boiling salted water. Drain, and to 2 cups of celery add 1 cup white sauce. This is a most satisfactory way of using the outer stalks of celery. Lyonnaise potatoes. Melt 2 tablespoons shortening. Add 1 tablespoon of finely chopped onion. When the onion is yellow, add 2 cups of potato cubes. Season with salt and pepper. Cook until potatoes are heated through and sprinkle with finely chopped parsley and serve. I hope you found these instructions and recipes helpful. If you are interested in more content like this, please take a moment to like and subscribe.